issues. Let me take a look. Yeah, there's some, like one maybe right here. And then here, that might help. The chin. A little better. Now you can, I'm going to show you a little bit using the chisel, but be careful with this. Where's my chisel here? Small number 9. Oh, I think I need to go smaller than that. Just to clean my in there against there. There we go. I look at it first. Let me look at it. And then I'm going to take. I need to widen it just a little more. Let me widen it a little more before I do the next thing. The eye socket just a little bit more. I'm starting to rip it. This thing is not very sharp. Then what I like to do is take the knife and just do a little bit of a V-cut. Or V-cut. Just do a little bit of a chip. Right there. Oops. Get that out of the way. See that little shadow there. Same with here. Gonna make the eye round. My number 9 upside down. See if I can still do this. Tape and put this and do this at the same time. You come down here. You come down here. I think it's easier this way. And just get it just a little bit in there like that. Get the detail and knife. Okay, kind of looks kind of uglier like that right now. So we're going to clean it up. And just round it just a little bit here. Round it a little bit. Round it. Take a little bit of it off. Boy, so just some more cleaning up here and there, polishing up here and there, shaping, taking a little bit more off, see if I carve it here, you don't see it. Okay, well that's where we are right now. Just a minor little picking of little boogers here and there, and this and that. Where are we here? There we go. Yeah. Change in plans here. I kind of worked with the gun last night. It didn't work very well, and so I'm doing something completely different. And I've done this before with Santas and so on, is I am going to carve the gun and the hand in one piece, and we'll cut this off, pin this, shove this in there. But what I also did, let me move this all out of the way here. If you want to take, before I get started, take a good look at this. Let's get better lighting here. If it doesn't, shadows don't drive you nuts too much. I did clean this all up. I'll give you a, if you want to catch up on this first before we get into the gun and hand. Just cleaned her up. Let's go this way so to get less shadow. Same with the feet, legs, pardon me, feet a little bit too. Now I didn't put the buckles in. There's still probably a little bit more of adjusting. I can adjust the back there, just noticing it. The book, I got a nice, I made some nice shadows separating the cover from the pages. Let's see on the other side. I do that. Just clean things up. Like the only thing I'm concerned, this is going to come off later. And there's the face. Here, I'll give you a good close-up of the face, what I did. We still have a little point on his chin there. I'll just take a little knife to that. You know, I'll tell you something. You know, you put this in a nice bright light, you can see all the errors. But I still have it as, let me look at it here. Head is turned and tilted slightly. I think I may have lost some of the tilt, but I think I still got some of the tilt in there. I haven't done anything to the hair yet. We'll just put in some hair later, or I'll leave it that way. But let's get started, and before I do, here's the pattern. Let me take a quick drink here. Yes, it is still the middle of July here. Working on our Thanksgiving character. Now this is a inch thick wood. And this is 5.5, I do believe. Is it 5.5? I made it in such a way I had a piece of wood, put this down, take my pattern down, and draw where the hand is going to go. And you can see I left a lot of extra wood, way more wood than I need. And then here a little extra wood to pin. What I'm going to do is when I cut this hand off, I'll drill a hole. Now sometimes instead of creating a pin, in fact, just in retrospect now, I will not have a pin. What I'll do is I'll drill and put a dowel in. The reason why I just happen to notice this right now is, of course, the grain is going this way, and if you have a pin doing this, that's going to break off easy. Instead, we're going to use a dowel. I like dowels better. Okay, let's get to getting here. Now the gun pattern I've got here. Now this is something you can just get from the internet somewhere. Flintlock, and so this is really, I'm not really showing you a pattern. You can if you want to save time. or something. And you can see how thin this is. So we got a lot of cutting to do. We want to leave the hand alone. And we want to do that on both sides, of course. Make sure I'm in the screen. Nice piece of scrap wood. Let's go down let's make our center line. Would it be right center? Yeah, that'd be center. Holding a gun, it would be about center. Center of the hand. Yeah, I worked with it and I worked with it and I worked with it, and it just looks horrible what I did last night. So I'm going to delete. I think that's the first time. Something not coming out. Well, I do have one, a Santa, that did not come out well. And I had to, well, I showed you what I did to fix it, but this was too much. All right. Now what I want to do is I want to, first off, is to thin this close to about like here. So let me eye it. I'm going to eye it first. So we want to, let me do this first. In which we leave the hand alone. You do the same. I think I'm making it still a little more thicker than I should. It's always a good understanding about that. Thicker is better. And I don't want this to be terribly realistic. Just enough. I don't think I need to do the bottom. Just enough to show. I mean, you could do like the others, just a simple, very simple, just wood stock with a little bit of metal for the barrel, and that's about it. A little something here, and that's about it. You can do that. Some done the cone shape, the four flanges out. Okay. And this is, I guess we're going to do this pretty darn quick. Finger out of the way while I do my stop cut. Or I can take a V-tool, and or I can take any chisel. And then fire in the hole here. I'm going to take this out of this. Generally I'd leave it, but since I'm on the camera here, want to be careful about not making this end too thin, because if we had this too thin and then we're over here carving away, we might break it. So we'll have more on this end. On the tip first, then we'll come back in. Now, so get that finger out of the way just in case if it does break. Same with this end here, just to get it started, but come back here and do most of the. Yeah. All right, that's kind of starting up.